Richard Sherman back at it again with the fun press conferences calling out the National Football League. This time, Richard Sherman decided to talk about Thursday Night Football ahead of his matchup against the Los Angeles Rams. His thoughts were this.
Poop fest. It's terrible. This is, we played, freaking got home like 1 o'clock in the morning, something like that on Monday, and then you got to play again. I mean, congratulations, NFL. You did it again. But they've been doing it all season, so I guess we're the last ones to get the middle finger. I mean, it's pretty high, but top five. Because it's just no regard. It's hypocritical, as I've stated before. They make this huge stance about player safety, then you put the players in tremendous danger.
What's your number one?
We don't have enough time. We'll do a whole separate press conference about me and my disagreements with the league and their nonsense.
Some people are sick and tired of Richard Sherman continuing to talk. I hope he does this every day for the rest of his NFL career in post.
Yeah.
The title of the clip you're seeing is Thursday Night Football's got to go. It does, right? And there's many, many reasons for that. But Francis, I think the most common sense surface area reason, they play Sunday and then they play 72 hours later in a league that still refuses to release all the evidence about concussions and protocol, and now they claim that they're really caring about player safety, yet they still make them play 72 hours later in a full contact sport. There's basketball games that have longer breaks. Right? There's sometimes back-to-back. Sometimes they play Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. But sometimes they play Sunday, and then they play on Friday.
Yeah.
They get 4 or 5 days. Basketball games. There's hockey games that get longer breaks.
Yeah.
But the very shortened football season, and there's only one reason Thursday Night Football exists. One. Greed.
No doubt.
That's it.
Poop Fest. This has been the year of Richard Sherman just going beyond what we expect him to be like. I love him doing this. Right. And there's two sides of this argument that you're going to hear. Is it going to be the people telling him to shut up, you're doing what you love, you're getting paid, like stop complaining, I need to wake up and go to the shipyards or the coal mines every morning. I wouldn't mind playing football Sunday and Thursday, right? That's what you will have as the paper thin go-to argument. And I actually would probably make that argument if the league upheld the safety of these players. So if this league were doing everything, releasing all the data, doing everything what it can, trying to find new ways for concussion protocol, protecting their players on the field, upholding the right regulation outside in everyday life, protecting people who are suffering domestic violence, all of these things that a normal organization, as it is run as a business, would do for you. They're not doing that, so therefore I'm completely with Richard Sherman, because if they were preserving the safety of their athletes, then they would know full well that it's not safe to do that 72 hours. Or if it was, then you would have to have some tougher form of protocol. Maybe change the game. Maybe you don't have punt returns. The instance where more people are going into physical contact, so then they would adjust it, and then you can keep your Thursday night game, and if they still complain about it, then you can be like, oh, stop complaining. You're getting paid millions to do this. But the organization is not upholding these rules and regulations, so therefore he has every right to complain.
So, as we've noted multiple times in clips in the past, we've talked about the Players Tribune articles that he writes. We talk about the press conferences that he has. One of his most famous is when he had the fake press conference with a cardboard cutout of Doug Baldwin in 2014 to upheld. So he's been talking about the hypocritical nature of the NFL for 2 years at least, and I think he should continue to do it.
Yep.
I think him constantly reminding everybody is what at least keeps that in the headlines, in between all the headlines that dominate winners and losers. We do Turks and Jerks, who's the MVP of the league, and what an unbelievable play made by Tom Brady this past Monday. Like, it's there to counteract it, because Thursday Night Football sucks. Like, I have no other really definitive answer besides, for the most part, save for the Chiefs and Raiders game last Thursday, they've put out a terrible product.
Yeah.
And you know what usually gets in the way of pulling a terrible product?
Money.
And what else? Pride.
No.
We can't get rid of Thursday night. We've done it for too long now.
Yeah.
And the Super Bowl rematch to kick off every year is on Thursday night. It's on Thursday night. You have a monopoly over a day of the week. National Football League and the NFL in the United States has a monopoly over a day of the week, Sunday. You own for 17 weeks, 7 to 20 weeks a year, you own a day.
And a lot on Monday.
And Monday night, which has always been big. And Monday Night Football is fine to me.
I like Monday Night Football.
I think Monday Night Football is fine because the argument of 72 hours compared to really 6 days, then you're pulling at strings. But when you play, like as he said, he gets home at 1 o'clock in the morning, and then they have to play 72 hours later. So you're waking up, you're at practice. Most teams have off Monday because you just had yourself, you're sleeping in an ice bath.
Yeah.
To make sure your body doesn't swell up to the size of a fucking grapefruit. How big's a cantaloupe? Watermelon. Size of a fucking watermelon. Like,
Man, I feel like a bit of fruit right now. You just named them all.
Citrusy type of Wednesday in the studio. So my point being is, you put out a terrible product on Thursday night with 15 of the 17 matchups that you've had as garbage. 2, you are putting, of course, player safety at risk. And it's not just Richard Sherman. The players hate Thursday night football. There was a poll. It's like 72% of NFL players have this, like, would love to get rid of Thursday night football because 72% of NFL players know the idea of playing 3 days after Sunday. Francis, you play pickup soccer ball. How often would you want to play 3 days later if it was, not just in pickup, but in college? How often did you play?
Oh, we did play. How
many days, though?
We play, our schedule changed, so it was Saturday and Wednesday usually. But
that's more time than the NFL has.
Every now and again,
you're not allowed to fucking run head first into people.
Yeah, exactly. Every now and again, you'd have an old Monday game thrown in there. But yeah, I used to play non-stop for football. But football, again, is a different sport. Like, even in the world of football, my sport
were you sore still?
Yeah, of course. And people in the Premier League, like Jose Mourinho has advocated that it's insane that the Premier League doesn't take a winter break. Like, they don't have any time off. They play non-stop. Like, they play within 2 to 3 days. No matter your sport, there is going to be a level of fatigue, which affects performance, which affects the product. None more so than the NFL, which is the most physical sport you can look at, where players are getting beat up and disregarded by the organization that they are giving their bodies and putting their life at times on the line for. So I think it's pretty insane. And Thursday nights are where you want to kickstart the weekend, man. Doesn't matter if the games are supposed to go in tune with that. They're not fun games. You'll get lucky if you get one out of the whole season that's decent.
I mean, you just get a bad product.
And then even in world football, no one wants to play Thursday night football because it's the Europa League. No one wants to play that.
That's the True Geordie's reaction when it comes to the Europa League. For those who watch the True Geordie on YouTube, he's always like, oh, Thursday night.
Yeah, it's awful. No one wants to play it.
I have a solution, and I think Nick Wright talked about this maybe a couple months ago, so I'm kind of stealing his solution. Make the week 18. Make 18 weeks of the regular season and add another bye week for everybody. Week 9, everybody's off. Everybody's off.
But then what is everyone going to do, Jason?
Watch Europa League football. Have a drink. I don't know.
Have a life.
Stay in the hospital.
Other sports. NBA would be on at that time, right? Yeah, it would have been.
You can watch basketball. You can watch hockey. You can watch soccer ball. You can watch MMA. So.
Get rid of it.
Get rid of Thursday night football. I don't think anybody really outside of the couple of fans who are like, no, give us Tuesday night football and Wednesday night football. You have Sunday. We like football.
Give us everyday football.
And then there's also a great joke. I forgot who made it. One of the people from RotoWire on Twitter this week said, those of you who are contemplating staying in on Saturday night for the Dolphins versus Jets game, pick and choose your battles with your significant others.
It's true.
It's not worth it, honey.
Never true.
I'm going out with you. All right. Comment below, like, favorite, and subscribe. Are you sick of Richard Sherman? That's a fair question to ask. I'm not. Francis ain't. Edwin definitely is not, because Edwin has to agree with us, our production, one of our production crew members. And that's it. At JasonRubin91, at Francis_Maxwell, and we'll be back again with more clips on Thursday.
Ciao.